Hey guys, sorry I've been away for so long. Every time I make a video, I swear it's like, hey, I'm gonna do it, I'm gonna be on it, and I'm going to have I'm gonna start it all over again and I'm gonna be on it, and every time I just slip off. But I actually randomly have been getting likes and comments, and people have been finding me on Instagram, and it's the weirdest thing to me because it's like, even if it's that small 100 views, it's somebody who really cares about what I'm saying or really wants information on what I'm doing. And so that's why I'm doing this. And I got a new camera, guys, so you can probably tell that the quality is like 1,000 times better. So I am entirely way more dedicated to doing this, and I'm going to be here, and I want to be able to answer your questions about college. And being that I'm in my senior year, I have gained a lot of knowledge just about classes, teachers, etc. So the biggest thing I want to do here is help freshmen, anybody with questions. I say freshmen especially because those are people usually with the biggest questions, and high school seniors. But anybody else, I'm willing to help. And so I will be making more videos. So ask your questions. Anything you guys need to know, I'm here. Today I'm going to be doing a back to school haul, and not so much a haul like, excuse me, like you need this, but like you need this. And you may not need the version I have, but it's always good to have these things when you're at school, because I promise you, even in college, it's almost like being in elementary school, depending on your major. Like sometimes you need glue sticks, sometimes you need a USB drive, sometimes you need colored pencils. It kind of just depends on your major, but I just want to be here and give you guys a few tips on how I stay ready for school and what elements I keep in my book bag as well to stay on top of things. So let's get started. So number one is a book bag. Now I got this lovely book bag, super adorable. It's a Betsey Johnson book bag, and I actually came across it on eBay. And I'm not saying that you have to have this backpack, because this backpack is originally $108, but I did get it for $60. Excuse me, I'm just coughing it up today. Is $108, but I got it for $60. But you don't need this. You can get a JanSport backpack, which is probably gonna run about $50 anyway. But you always want a really nice backpack for college, especially if you have a ton of books and you have classes, like 3 or 4 classes throughout the day. You want a book bag, and you don't need this book bag. But I felt like, hey, it's my senior year, I'm gonna spoil myself. So you know what? I got this book bag, and I'm totally in love with it. So number one, a book bag. Number two, and I would say for everybody to have, even guys, because I know you guys don't like really plan stuff, but in the event that you do, a planner is always good to have. And I got this planner for Target for only $10, super affordable, and they had one for $5, but it was half the size, like the small notebook size. But it's just a complete planner. And I haven't taken that many notes in it since the school year's just started, but as you can see, it has a days calendar. Then it's got split out into columns so you can take notes for each day, which is super helpful. And then also all the way in the back, keep going, there's a note section, and that's super important to me, just because if I ever forget a notebook, if I'm ever at a meeting, if I'm ever at work and I need something, you know, it's a good way to keep track and keep notes, and then I can always filter those into the binder where I do keep notes. Speaking of binders, one of the best things I would say to have is, I know everybody feels like they're in college and I don't need a binder, I don't need to do this. No. Get a binder. This is it's a 1.5-inch binder that I have, and I just made the little cover. It says fall semester 2015, and it's just a super cute little binder. But what I did is I got tabs from the dollar store, and well, I have this cute little quote in the front. It says, "She believed she could, so she did," just to keep me motivated. And then I have my schedule and a sheet protector as well. And I just bought these cute little tabs from the dollar store. They're super thin, but they work. And it's just to keep track of all my classes. I have my syllabuses inside, along with paper in each tab, so that way I don't have to carry a notebook for each class. And some of my classes, I'm a journalism major, so I won't even really need the paper for like my advertising class, which we mainly work in Photoshop. But in the event that I were to, it's nice to just have this all compiled in this binder, and it's easy to go to. You only have to carry one thing. You can filter the pages in and out, especially if when you take midterms, your teacher's like, your final has nothing to do with what you have for midterms, is to just filter that out, take them out of your notebook, and replace it. And then, of course, when spring semester comes, I'll change the cover, but probably keep the binder and just take the papers out, which is a good way to recycle, of course. And so next, of course, I have a notebook. Now this is a tiny little notebook. I would keep a regular size notebook along with my binder just in case you have clubs that you have to take notes for. If you're a president of your club, if you're a vice president for a club, it's really good to keep those things organized because sometimes memory is not the best outlet, to be honest. And you always want to keep track of what you're doing, what you're supposed to do, your dates and your times, because let me tell you, when you get on a college campus, things get really hectic, especially if you plan on getting involved. And when you get around to your junior, senior year, you often stay off campus, you're in an apartment, you have to pay bills, you're going to work, you're going to class, and so you end up having 1,000 things to do, and a lot of people don't keep track of them. So my best bet is to keep track of them. So keep it in your planner or even just an extra little notebook which you have designated for like each club that you're in. I'm helping a friend plan a wedding and I'm also doing a baby shower at the moment. So I like to keep all the information just tabbed in a little notebook that I carry with me, and I take it to school and to work. I kind of just carry everything in my book bag with me just in case I have time to do homework, if I have time to focus on something else. You never know when free time is gonna pop up. Okay, the next thing that I have, like, this is my pet peeve. Now, I paper in my binder, but of course, pencils, pens, erasers, everything like that. And I say this because when you get to college, you would not realize, and I say adults, yes, I say adults, because once you hit 18, you are an adult. People do not come to class with paper, pens, notebook paper, like, I just don't get it. Like, why wouldn't you bring a pencil to your drawing class? Just me? Like, come on now. Let's try and use our brains. Thank you. But, so this is a pencil case I won from Victoria's Secret like a super long time ago. It's a huge sack, so I can carry a bunch of stuff in it. Has this little handle on it. Has a zipper. Super simple. It was free for me. Whatever works for you to carry your pencils and pens in and anything like that. Oh, highlighters as well. Definitely have highlighters, especially if you have books that you write in. If you order from Chegg, oftentimes people highlight in them, and it really does help with your homework and keeping key points. So highlighters are awesome. I have pens, I have colored pens, but I love colored pens. Like, it just helps me memorize stuff, keep stuff in mind. Like, I'm writing in English with the red pen and this with the blue pen, whatever like that. You don't have to be super fancy. I always keep mechanical pencils because I do not keep a sharpener. And this mechanical pencil pack costs like $128, $178, something like that. Came with like, I want to say 7 or 8 pencils. Look, just bring a pencil to class. Just bring a pencil to class. Like, no one wants to be asked every day for a pen or pencil to class. And then randomly, which most people don't need, but I like to keep, is I also keep my rainbow paper clips, a row of rainbow paper clips in my bag, just in case I don't have a stapler and I am bringing a paper or something of that sort to class and I didn't have a stapler or like a mini stapler. So this is always an easy solution. Plus, teachers love when it looks like you put in effort into your work, and hey, who loves something better than paper clips? Especially when they're colorful. But yeah, so I only have 2 things left to show you guys, and these are both very optional items. Oh, well, your books, and I actually have a book just to show you. I just got it, well, maybe I don't. I took it out the bag. But always bring your books to class, and I say always bring your books because your teacher, you never know. All the time in college, I've had happen to me, hey, this is an open book test, this is this, yada, 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 and I'm like, oh, great, didn't bring my book. So just remember to bring your books to class, even if they're super heavy and whatnot. It just helps so much. Bring your books to class, having the stuff like in front of you. You never know when you may need it. And I really hate when someone asks me to share my book with them, because I'm thinking, did you bring your book? Unless, of course, someone pays you to photocopy your book. Then that is completely okay. But I guess the last thing then that I have to show you guys, the two last things, is a laptop case. Now this is also a Betsey Johnson laptop case, but I got it off eBay for $15 and it originally goes for $75, and it was an awesome purchase and I love it, but it's actually not the correct size for my laptop. So remember, if you're ordering it online, remember just to get a laptop case that is the correct size for your laptop. I have an HP Pavilion, so they tend to be longer and not very square, but very rectangle and oblong, and this is just, it's just slightly too small, so that sucks, but it's nice to keep it, which of course this is optional. And then for my ladies, a purse. I'm not the type to bring a purse and a book bag just because I feel like I look like bag lady, but it is very important to hang on to like feminine products, lotions, chapstick, lip glosses. If you're someone like me who wears makeup, you always want to keep a compact with you. You don't want your face melting off in the heat, especially if you go to school in a hot place like I do in Florida. So it's just nice to have a purse. Or what you can do is have a small little cosmetic bag in your backpack and carry that around. Although there are a lot of girls that carry both around. So besides that, I just think those are all the school supplies I have for you guys. That will keep you straight for the semester. And of course, anything that your teachers ask for you to have. So for one class, I need glue sticks for newspaper design. Another class, I need a USB. I have to have Photoshop. And there's just certain things that you know you have to have for that class. But in the event that you don't, these are the basic essential items that will keep you ready to go for the school day. Any tips I have for freshmen is just to be super social. Don't put yourself away in your room. You'll regret it in the future. And just to enjoy college life. Get involved. Go see clubs. Find people that have the same interests as you, because you will regret not getting out there. And your senior year is going to be so amazing. If you're president of all these clubs, you're super involved. You know who like the people are when you're walking around. And so that is super fun and awesome. I love going to class and being like, hey, everybody, like I know you, la la la. Plus, you make connections, and that's always the best part. A lot of people are working and whatnot, and you end up making these amazing connections that you'll make for the rest of your life, and that's probably the best part. But besides that, that's all I have for you guys. Until I see you next time, leave your comments, questions below, like, rate, subscribe, and you can follow me on Instagram at Kate Nevin, Twitter, same handle, and besides that, I will see you guys later. Have a blessed day. Bye.